Monday Morning Mindset, better known as Mark and Brandy Aspinall with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Colorado Real Estate, Living Colorado Elite Team. And this morning, we are going to be speaking on something that is near and dear to both of our hearts. Go ahead. Mark.
Oh, I'm speaking. You said we, so I thought
we banter back and forth.
We do banter back and forth.
So it's a we.
So had the realization, had the epiphany of epiphanies today, going through talking, experiencing life, and this brilliant notion came to my mind. We've been talking a lot about what we want to leave for our girls, what kind of legacy we want to leave for them, what do we want our lives to look like. And I've always said that I want to be remembered as a generous person. And this might seem like the silliest thing to you, the most obvious thing to you, but it hit me today that generosity isn't generosity unless it hurts a little. Like, let's be honest. A lot of people want to say they want to be generous people. They want to be generous of things that are easy for them to give away. If it's easy for you to give away, whether that being time, whether that being money, whether that being energy to something, volunteering, if it's easy for you, maybe it's not really being generous. Not to say that it's a bad thing, but it just kind of hit me today of like, generosity isn't really generosity unless it hurts a little bit, unless it makes you sacrifice, I think is probably a better way.
Or challenges.
Or challenge you. Yeah, it's a better way than saying it hurts a little bit. It challenges you. You have to sacrifice something in order to give of whatever that is.
Yeah, and I think moving forward in that mindset, and especially in our work and what we do, being generous of our time with our clients, with the relationships that we have. Sometimes I don't want to. I'm going to go up into my bedroom and fall asleep and watch a TV show or pop some popcorn, have a nice, However, sometimes what I want does not benefit the values and where our goals and our visions and our lifestyle, what we want to leave for our daughters, that sometimes my selfishness does not support the challenge or the generosity of what I honestly should be doing. There's a great book that is called The Slight Edge. And The Slight Edge does talk about small choices that compound to make big impact. And he talks about, you could choose to eat a salad today or a burger with all the fixins and maybe some fried onion rings with gravy, something of that nature, right? Something really heavy and thick, or you could do, your salad. Each choice is fine. It's how often you make it and how much you go towards more of an unhealthy choice than a positive, healthy choice. And so if you choose the burger over and over and over and over, does that go towards your goals? Or is that more of do you want to choose the salad that might help you spur on some of your other type of goals? And sometimes being generous with yourself is important as well. And choosing to get out of bed, choosing to be generous with your mindset within your family. Like sometimes we have 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, right? And immediately when they hit the house, it's, can we have this? Can we do this? Can you help me with this? Can you? And it's like, I've been working all day and I just want to sit for a second. And then I have to remind myself, take a deep breath, say, hey, give me maybe 2 minutes so I can collect myself. Sometimes we're not that nice about it. However, give us 2 minutes. And then we're like, okay. And the generosity of the energy towards them, what is that teaching them? That they're important in our lives. That even though it's challenging physically, emotionally, sometimes mentally, overcoming that and leaning into that being, letting our heart go there and really pouring into them for those few minutes to get them settled in lets them know we care. And same goes for any relationships, any financial commitments to supporting things that are important in your life that protect this great city of Fort Collins, that protects the kids who are growing up here, that protects you and your lifestyle and where you want to be. And sometimes, mostly, the challenge we find is financially. I will say that, is being generous with our finances because of what we have in our life and what we want to do. And I know you can speak a little bit more to that. However, is there someone in your life that is struggling, or some family that you know of that you can just be that much more generous to? I know we will be coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is a mindset, a life mindset, not just because people are doing coat drives, not just because kids might not have a Christmas. Those are all good. I'm not, however...
Yeah, but we're coming up on that season where you're giving because that's the thing to do versus it being a lifestyle.
A lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we challenge you today to think where you can be generous. Is it, we know we have neighbors who are sick, or maybe someone has had a surgery, maybe just going and dropping a meal on their doorstep without even asking if they need it. Because in those relationships, the ones that you do have, you know what they need. You hear the, or maybe someone has just had a fantastic celebration that, their kid has gotten accepted to college. Maybe they've won something that they've been working really hard to get to towards the end of the year, and they've met a goal. Send them, a congratulations card. Something, it might not be financially challenging, but time, energy put into writing that note, or taking that time away from your have-to-do lists and really creating that space where they feel appreciated and special. Is amazing.
Yeah. Perfect. Couldn't say it any better myself.
So go be generous this week. The whole pay it forward. Buy the coffee for the person behind you.
And if that doesn't hurt, buy the next 10 coffees.
There you go. Challenge. We'd love to hear what those challenges bring you, and how in the future that affects what your goals and how it's going to champion that. Because I know that every time it kind of, we're going to, yes, are we okay with this? Yes, we pray over it. And then we do it, we get return in tenfold. Not that we do it for that, but from the relationships, from the everything in life, just life, it seems to bring fruit, right?
Yep.
Is the easiest way to say it. Yep.
Yeah, if you're given to something worth doing, it's worth doing.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. So, Mark and Brandy Aspinall with the Living Colorado Elite Team, Berkshire Hathaway, Colorado Real Estate. So glad you joined us on this Monday morning mindset, better known as... We'll see you Friday, hopefully, for Fort Fun Friday Facts.
Better known as...